Howdy, folks, and welcome to another day in the Milky Way. Tonight, we got a great show for you. I'm live tonight. As always, the best show around. If you're going to talk about things, this is where to come. We're going to have a good time tonight. Thank you all for coming. If you're listening to it live or in the replay, it's all the same. I'm glad you're here, each and every one of you, especially Scotty Boy, because he always makes me smile and laugh a little bit. Magical me, magical you. That's what we're talking about today. All the things that you believed and what you didn't believe. So, anyway, and I'm sitting here and I got salsa and chips. Earlier today, and that salsa is magical. I tell you, are so good. I went to the farmer's market. They had uptown, and I bought some salsa. And I tell you what, homemade salsa is the best. Oh my goodness. It's really good. I can't get enough of it. I almost ate the whole jar already. Should have bought two. You know, two is one and one is none. And I bought one. Bad on me. So tonight, I'm going to go through this book a little bit. Asking is given. I have a lot to disagree with this book. And I have a lot to agree with this book, too. No food talk. Yeah. I'm on a 5-day fast. Well, Scotty boy, I should be on a 5-day fast. I've been gaining a few extra pounds, and I don't like it. I'm not used to being a little heavy set. You gain a few pounds as you get older, and you're like, what the heck? No, I probably need to be on that 5-day fast too. But anyway, it is what it is. But I'm going to go through this book a little bit, but there's a lot of stuff in here that was really good. The bad part was there was a lot of stuff in here that I wasn't so good with. And I made notes. Of course, I made notes. And it kind of goes along with all the stuff that we've been talking about here in the last couple of days. Scotty boy, how do you do it? 5th day of the 7-day fast. You know, I've done some fasting, and it's usually the second or third day that's the hardest, and after that it starts getting easier. But anyway, that's what it is for me. The third day it gets easier. The first day is really, you don't notice it so much. The second day is hell. Third day it's pretty bad. And the fourth day, you're cruising along. By the 5th day, you don't even miss food anymore. But anyhow, so I am having a good time. To me, it's Friday because it was my day of work. It's my Friday, so I'm enjoying it. That's right. Yeah, after the third day, you're right. Yeah, after the third day, it kind of gets better. Yeah, you don't really miss it. I suppose by the 5th day, you don't even think about eating food anymore. It's like, oh, well. Now, the last few days, we've been talking about things about, if you haven't seen it, I've been doing some shows about faith, who you are, all of these things like that. And today, I'm going to pick that apart out of this book. And it's telling you, this book is talking about the non-physical world and the physical world and all these good things. And that's all great. And then it tells you to get what you desire. And I have a problem with that. And the problem with that is that everybody desires things. Everybody wants things. If you desire too much, guess what? you're going to get in debt. You're going to get in debt. You're going to be a debt slave to the world, to a bank, to something else. You're not going to be your own person. So what if I could go buy a boat or a house and a car and a new TV and all these good little things? You got to pay for them. And if you're just loaded with money and you can do all of that, well, maybe then you wouldn't have any worries. But most of us don't have the money. Come on. Show of hands here. Who has more money than they know what to do with? I'm looking around. Come on. Anybody? Oh, you don't have that much money. Go figure. I'm sure, Scotty boy, you got something smart to say about that one. Okay. So, now this book was referred to us by our wonderful friend, R. Wayne Steiger. So, anyway, if you want this book, it is called Ask and It Is Forgiven. Learning to Manifest Your Desires. And I like that. I like the idea of manifesting your desires. What I don't like is how, you're going to manifest your desires, and how do you get your desires? My question is do you really need all those desires? It's kind of like Scotty boy with the food. I'm on a 7-day fast. The first day, you don't miss the food. The second day, you're craving the food. That's your desire. The third day, it's pretty bad. After the third day, you don't miss it anymore. Your desire is gone. So, is that for world peace? Okay, well, see, I think you're right. How does your desire for world peace help anybody learn lessons? Right. Well, the thing is that what controls our desires? That's us. We control our own desires. Now, today, I don't have a big presentation. I don't have a lot of pictures. We're just going to talk about stuff. And I don't want to be boring, but this is kind of a boring subject. I hope you're entertained by that. And if I had somebody else on, it would be a good thing. I mean, if anybody else wanted to come on and talk about this would be great. So I'm going to put the link in the description here, or in the comments, or the chit chat. So if you want to come on, don't be afraid. Pop in, and that's what I'm saying. If you have something to discuss with this, and you're like, well, anyway, here, the non-physical dimension. If we have a spirit, I'm just saying, hypothetically, if we have a spirit, we came from another dimension. Then we came to this physical body. The world has come forth from a projection of non-physical. So we went from non-physical to physical. Quite the change. In your physical world are extensions of your non-physical world, your source energy. You came from a place of energy. You came here into this physical realm. You came from a place. See, this is where the propaganda, the world that we know, gets you. This is the world that tricks you. Why? Because you came from a world where everything you wanted could be projected and you could create out of thin air. Then you came to a world where you couldn't create out of thin air. And then somebody gave you the opportunity to have whatever you wanted, just like you could create out of thin air. And thus, you are in a trap. And you become a debt slave. See, and because you want all this stuff, you are an ISB, and you can have whatever you want in the non-physical, because in the non-physical world, you can dream up, a new car. You could dream up, wherever you want to go. You know, any vacation you want. You can dream up new worlds and fanciful things. But when you get to the physical world, the things are already here. And then if you want to create something, you can't. And then when somebody else creates something and you want that creation, you pay through the nose. You cut off your right arm, your left arm, and your foot so you can have it because you want it. You desire it. And you work the rest of your life to pay for it. Pretty much. Okay. So, with all of that, what have we learned? So we're communicating this. Like I said, communicating to your other people. You're now ready to receive. Let's see. You have experienced knowledge in your life, and now that you've experienced knowledge, and you're getting older, and you're figuring things out. There's Deborah Sloan. Oh, Deborah. How you doing? Good to see you. There's Mark the Spark. Arc the Spark there. Howdy doody. Howdy doody time. Howdy doody time. Anyway. So the thing is, you are now ready to receive because you're full of knowledge. And why are you full of knowledge? Because you're getting older and wiser, and you're realizing that everything you wanted in your whole entire life isn't really worth having. Did you really feel that way when you were 20 years old? No. When you're younger, you wanted everything. I know I did. Oh, I want a new car. I want a horse. I want a house. I want this. I want that. I want to go on vacation. For God's sakes, give it to me. Give it to me. Next thing you know, you're in debt and you're working your ass off. And you're thinking to yourself, why did I do that? And then finally you work hard enough and you pay some of that stuff off, or you get rid of it. You change your thoughts. And now you are where you are. That's if you're older. For all you young people, don't go into debt. Your reality is just as good. And it's wonderful being simple. Maybe this reality that we're in is supposed to be the one where you limit your desires, not have everything you want. Maybe that's the test. Maybe we're looking at it from the wrong way. All this manifestation and desires is really not the thing. We're supposed to have less. Less is more. Didn't you ever hear that saying? Quite the good saying. There's Emperor Rex. I haven't seen Emperor Rex for a long time. There you go. And I got this. I'm eating salsa that I got from the farmer's market. And this stuff was so good. Whoever made this stuff was fabulous. I should have bought 3 or 4 jars. I only bought 1. I almost ate the whole damn thing already. I'm addicted. Okay. You know who you are. You are the creator of your own darn experience. But you know what? You screwed up. I'd say the F word, but I'm too nice. And you never know. Kids might watch this show. Right now, you are enjoying the evolution of your desire. Are you? Are you really enjoying the evolution of your desires? Are you indebted to the world around you for those desires? Do you work a job? Do you save any money? Or do you pay through the nose for all those desires that you really wanted to have? Are you messed up? Are you in a rut? Are you struggling because you wanted all those desires? I gotta go on vacation. I gotta go to the finest hotel and be treated like a king. Did you really? You couldn't have settled for a home cooked meal? I mean, ask yourself this stuff. I'm being real here, man. I tell you. Yeah. Scotty Boy's got it right. Separate your needs from your wants. You need a roof over your head. You don't need a 5-star hotel. I'd like to go on vacation. But do you need to go on a vacation that'll cost you thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars? Or do you just need to get out and about? Maybe go to a cheaper hotel, or maybe go camping and buy a $25 tent from Walmart, and you'll have just about as good a time. Okay. Are you enjoying your desires? Do you really enjoy that new car, even after the payments? And what happens when it breaks down? And then do you enjoy getting it fixed and making those just high, huge payments? The high insurance? I mean, think about it. Did you enjoy buying the $350,000 house and making those huge, giant payments? And then it needs shingles, which are, it's $20,000 or $30,000 to shingle my house. Did you enjoy that desire that comes with the desire that you wanted? Be real, people. I feel is wonderful. I stand in the place where many things that I have desire have not yet come to me. You know what? Maybe that's a better place to be. I'll put it this way. And Scotty boy, you are so funny. Okay, so I'm going to bring up another subject. Desire. What is desire? Does it have to cost money? Really? I'm talking from the heart tonight, people. I really am. What if I desired to be with a person? Like, have this girl. Think, guys and girls, back to the day when you were young and you desired some gal. I remember my first crush. Oh man, I thought she was the best thing ever. I was head over heels. That was my desire. I swooned for not a day or a week, but years. Oh man, my crush. I desired her in the worst way. I tried everything. Yes. Oh, Scotty boy, I swear you're like having a co-pilot here. Man, I tried everything. The hot, cool car, the, going horse riding, sending her love letters. Oh man, I tell you. And she didn't like me worth a crap. And now I look back at my desire. She's not the hottest potato in the world. Matter of fact, she's got a bunch of kids, gained some weight. Yeah, she doesn't look all that good looking anymore. And it looks like her mother. And I'm thinking, wow. Yeah, maybe I wasn't desiring the right, maybe my desire wasn't really what I wanted. So, like I said, it doesn't mean that it was the money. It's not the hard work either. But sometimes it's your desire. And maybe I ended up in a better place because my desire, I didn't get the thing that I desired, because the thing that you desire may not be the thing that you really need in your life. Yeah. Didn't see that one coming, did you? Yeah, I'm pouring it all out there from the heart tonight. I am putting it out there. The real stuff. That's why I'm kind of arguing with this book. This is a good book, but it's telling you, oh, do this and do that, and you get whatever you want, and manifest in your life. Manifest the girl you want, manifest the car, manifest the job. Oh, it's going to be so great. It's not. Maybe you should manifest a reality. Reality says that if I have a new car, I'm going to pay higher insurance. Reality says that if I have a new car and it breaks down, I got to take it to a mechanic because I can't fix it. Reality says if I buy a bigger house, it's going to be more maintenance. Reality says the more I have, the more I need to maintain. And the reality says that the more I maintain and the more I have and the more bills I have, the bigger paying job I need to have to pay for it all. And reality says that I need to work a lot more to have all those things I desire. And that's kind of the truth. Face it, people. All those desires you want, rethink that. I'm saying, you're not satisfied with a car or a truck or a something? Maybe having an older truck and learning how to work on it is probably a lot better desire than having a brand new $80,000, $90,000, $100,000 truck nowadays and making $2,000 payments for the next 5 years or 6 or 7 or 8. Don't live beyond your means. Don't desire a person that's beyond your means or who's out of your league or who that you desire that really isn't what you desire. I mean, you girls always do the same thing too. And I'm going to pick on you girls for a little bit too. The girl always wants the bad boy. And then she gets the bad boy. And then she's not happy because he's a bad boy. But she thinks she can fix him. And then she can't. Has that happened to you? Let me know. Because it always ends up badly. Sure, you're supposed to be in it for love and all of that stuff, but it always ends up badly because you never check their signs. You just say, oh, you're just awesome. But you know what? The guy, he's just looking to see how beautiful you are. And the girl, she's looking to see how hard a worker you are. And are you going somewhere? And can you take me where I need to go? And then she says, I just want a guy who provides for me and makes me happy. That's what I want. I want a guy who works hard, comes home at night, says I'm a beautiful woman. And I would be happy with that. And a guy says, I just want a gal who treats me nice, works around the house and doesn't look at me and say, you're a lazy bastard, kind of thing. That's kind of what it boils down to. But we're taught in society, the way things are, to go after all those things that we can't have. And then we tell ourselves, we lie to ourselves because we're told, you know what? I'm a 10. I'm way too good for you. Girls, none of you are 10s. I'm sorry. I'm breaking you. You're not a 10. Nobody's a 10. Guys, You're not a 10 either. Time for some more of that homemade salsa I got at the farmer's market. Dang, this stuff is good. Oh, that is so good. I got the mild. I didn't get the hot though, but it's still just perfect. When I Lady Spellbreaker, Lady Free Flow, whatever. Heather is in the house. When I didn't love myself, I fell for a lot. But you did. That's right. Love yourself. Who cares about other people? You got to love yourself before you can love somebody else. If you can't love yourself, well, then what can you love? Ask yourself that. Most humans are feeling unhappy. Did you know that? Most humans feel unhappy about your unfulfilled desires. Go figure. Scotty's boy says, look here, I'm trouble. See, I'm bad news. See, I'll hurt you. See, yeah, see. And then the girl will say, oh, that's a guy I can fix. That's what she wants. Oh, yeah. Lady Heather, you're right. Girl wants the guy to give her everything. She is happy, but she's not. Because once you have everything, or if you get it too easily, you don't appreciate it. Do you really appreciate stuff that you didn't have to work hard for? Don't worry, Heather. I know who you are. You can't fool me. Anyway, love yourself. Treat yourself. Once you're happy with yourself, then you can share your happiness with somebody else. But you can't share your happiness with somebody else who doesn't love themselves. Am I right or am I wrong? If I'm wrong, let me know. Let me know if I'm that wrong. Oh, that smells good. Anyway. Happiness, it's an illusion. Yes. Happiness is illusion. Okay. What do you have a desire for? Money? Are you not satisfied with that? And there she is. Lady Spellbreaker Heather is in the house.
How's it going?
It's going great. What do you think?
You don't have my new do.
You don't have any do. Is this
I found a new sense of freedom over here.
Is this the summer style or what?
Well, I was contemplating a mohawk for quite a while, and then I did it, and my hair is curly, so it really wasn't doing what I wanted it to do, and I couldn't wear my Beats headphones and block out this reality and blast my music. So I just said, you know what, in honor of Sinead O'Connor and everything she stood for, and in honor of my daughter, since her birthday is coming up next Saturday, I just said, let me get those clippers and shaved it all off.
You know what? This is so funny because all day long, I had this feeling that you would be on my show.
Really?
Yeah, I kept thinking, I didn't even ask her, but I think she's going to be on my Saturday show. I'm going to have a show with her. I know I am. All day I had this feeling. I don't know why.
Doing that way?
Yeah, and here you are, just like that.
And here we are. And
Oh,
see, I haven't even been on YouTube as much. Like, honestly, I walked 8 miles and ran
mhm,
today.
mhm,
I have not been on YouTube during the day at all. And
mhm,
the sun is actually moving in Leo right now. Like,
mhm,
it wasn't the Lion's Gate 2 days ago,
mhm.
technically, because the sun
Yep.
was Cancer. And
Mhm.
so I've been feeling really singy. I've been singing a lot, and
Yeah.
I've been practicing the Sinead O'Connor Feel So Different song. And
Mhm,
so I did it on Smule tonight, and I was logged in over here on the Lady Free Flow, which confused you because
mhm,
I uploaded those songs, and I
mhm,
was like, "Hey, the Milky Way Soul Tribe's live. Let me pop in." So Spirit is leading the way all the way.
mhm. Yeah, well, and that is so cool. Yeah, you know what? It has been a singing thing. I've been listening to more music in the last week than I've listened to in quite a long time. And then I'm even singing along with stuff. And I haven't. The only thing I usually sing along with was Elvis, but now I'm doing that. I don't know why, but it's in my head. Is that song? I remember when. I lost my mind. You heard that song? Mm.
I love that song.
Yeah, I know, and I've been singing along. I even know the words now. Oh my God, what's wrong with me?
No, it's like it's really that's a good one. That song came out when I was in prison, and that's how I made it through prison was with loud headphones to
Mm,
tune all those girls out, for
uh,
God's sake. And so I didn't even have a TV in prison. I don't watch TV, but music. When I practice that "Feel So Good" song by Sinead O'Connor,
mhm,
like when you really just let spirit take over and let your voice come out and really just
mhm,
you got to lose your ego to be able to do it for one.
mhm.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Pearl Jones. I was real nervous about it, and I was even told that I don't think a lot of people can pull off the shaved head, but they told me yesterday on my channel. Everybody's like, "Oh my God, don't shave your head." One person even said, "Oh no, a mohawk." That way was the one who said, "Do not cut your hair." And well, look at this. You guys don't comb my hair. You guys don't wash my hair. And you guys do not buy my shampoo and conditioner. And you guys don't have my headaches either. And let me tell you, this is the most comb free, low maintenance, cheapest haircut I have ever had in my life. And I'm loving every second of it.
Well, good
So
for
it's
you.
singing along out like the buffalo I sold you or saw you showed you at
Yeah.
our sculpture park. I've been like I used to go live on my bicycle and
Mhm,
riding. I am feeling so much freedom not going live. I am feeling so much freedom being in my zone,
mhm,
running and walking without having to look at a chat, without like off
mhm.
camera. I'm enjoying freedom off camera, away from YouTube. And
Yeah.
it feels good. I was even thinking about taking a trip, Robert.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. That is cool. See, and that's the thing too, is I understand where you're going. Sometimes we just need a break from all the electronics, all the stress. And I think I just seen a video today, and it was a video of little kids, babies, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, somewhere in that range, sleeping. And what do you think they were doing while they were sleeping?
Dreaming.
They were swiping the screen.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding?
They were doing this.
I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness,
I
little
would.
kids are swiping the screen in their sleep. I mean, what does this come to? I mean, I don't understand it. I mean, a little kid shouldn't be playing on a screen so much that they're dreaming about it.
I used to play Tetris when I was a kid on
Mhm.
just regular Nintendo.
Yeah.
And I would played it so much I got really good at matching up blocks
Yeah.
and falling really fast. I was dreaming about Tetris blocks. Um
Yeah.
Ever just falling blocks and blocks. And I really truly asked on my channel yesterday, I was talking about cognitive distortions, because the world is seeing in polarities lately, black, white, and people are not understanding that these devices are absolutely an addiction.
They are.
Talked about this. I'm actually looking for this picture right now because I want to ask you what you think about it. It is in my favorites. I just shared it on my community tab, and I asked everybody what they think about this picture, and nobody's replied. Nobody, I gets all these thumbs up, but nobody says a word. And I want to know what people think about these photos of our brains being brainwashed by all and these addictions, like why people aren't getting things done in their real world. Why are people addicted to, I can go to Facebook and share what I need to share and get off of there. I honestly answer my comments on my channel every couple of weeks. I let them pile up, and then I answer a whole bunch of them, and then I'm done. Because I am not over here waiting for people. Look at this picture. It's not mine. I didn't do it. This guy has got an iPhone plastered to his face and the cord around his neck. Is that a powerful image or what?
Yes.
This is what I see when I go out in public.
You know what? I believe it or not, I seen that image today too.
You did?
Yes, it came up. Huh?
On my channel, because I did post this.
No, it was on another channel.
Wow.
And I seen that, and I was like, oh my God, that's so true.
Yeah.
It is.
It's sad. People, the kids today are set in front of televisions. They are given tablets and iPads and phones at early ages. Televisions are now the new babysitter. It's people just go set. Televisions are supposed to educate the kids. They watch Dora the Explorer while the parents are in the other room on their devices. And I know this for a fact because that's what my parents did with me. And then we wonder why these kids have behavioral disorders. I was actually talking to what's her name, D Ocean, about this. That just really think about the kids that are shooting up schools and things. They have behavioral problems and they're not getting in attention. They're being neglected. Children are being emotionally, physically, and mentally neglected. They're being neglected in every way, shape, and form.
Well, yeah, because some adult says, here's the phone or whatever, and they get there and they're like mesmerized, like, this is what, and the adult goes, wow, look, they're entertained. We can go do something else. We can play on our phone. And the next thing you know, you got the whole family sitting there playing on phones or computers or whatever. Nobody's talking to each other. Nobody's associating. Here's my question for you. You think this stuff happens in Amish communities?
No.
They don't. You know what their divorce rate in an Amish community is? Do you know?
No.
That's right. No, there is no divorce rate.
I bet they didn't even hear of COVID unless they went into town either.
Yeah, but that's the whole point. Is these people, that's how they live. You know, hey, this is what we're supposed to do. Yeah, sure, maybe some of them aren't all that happy, but they are happy. They communicate. They don't have TV telling them that. And that's what I've been talking about. Mark the Arc Spark says that you haven't awoken yet, Robert. That is not how it works here. Yes, it is. How it works is the TV tells you that you need more. The radio tells you need more. The magazines tell you need more. You need to desire all these things. But the Amish people, they don't desire much. They got plain dresses. horse and buggy. You know, they don't spend, oh, I got to have that $100,000 car.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And are they happy? Oh, obviously, because they're still Amish. You can leave the Amish community whenever you want. I mean,
Yes.
what their big desire is maybe to go to town and get a candy bar and splurge or something, or once in a while. Oh my gosh, I got to write my family a letter in Arkansas or something. Yeah, really, what are their desires except to have a family, be happy, work hard, and enjoy their lives? Sure, there's some things they're lacking, sometimes medical attention, things like that, but they live mostly off the land. And I think I am being awoke here. The waking part is I really didn't need all this stuff that I got. I'm looking around my house and I'm thinking, look at all the things. Here's something I just bought the other day. I bought me a survival radio. This darn thing is an emergency radio of all hazards, weather alert. It's got everything. I didn't even take it out of the box yet.
That's a good find.
It is a good find. And yeah, I kept thinking, I need that. If the world goes to crap, I need that radio. It winds up. It's got solar panels. It does Bluetooth. It does everything. I'm like, wow, that's the greatest find ever. Do I need it? If the world goes to shit, do I really need a weather radio? Are they going to have all that stuff? Or will I be concerned about more important things? And I got to thinking about it. I just spent $100 on that thing.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Here's another one.
Buy stuff you don't need.
Here's another one. I bought one of these O lights. Oh, the best light ever. Okay? Best light. Oh,
I lost you. I can't hear you. Your mic still went out. I can't hear a bloody thing. No sound. It says your mic's turned off on the screen. Your mic's off.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. Let's try this. There,
well, I just didn't want you talking to yourself.
Okay. Well, what I'm saying is, so I bought the best flashlight, spent another $100 on a flashlight. When I got, how many flashlights I got? I got flashlights. I got flashlights. Oh my God. You want this flashlight? How about this flashlight? This is a really good flashlight. This one's, the batteries are good. But anyway, you got this flashlight. This one's really good too. When it works. And it's got a thing and it comes out. Look at that. Boy, it works. There. And it's got this. But did I need that flashlight? No, I already got like 50 of them. I can't turn them all on fast enough. I got other lights. Look, I got another light. Come on. And you start looking around. I got another light. Oh,
I need a flashlight.
This light. Look I got another one over here. Did I really need it? Oh, but then there was this other one that caught my eye, and it's a pen. And guess what? You turn it on. Oh, wait a minute. Come on, turn on. And it's got a flashlight on the pen.
Oh, awesome.
And then when you don't want the flashlight anymore, it does this. And it's like, oh, it's got a laser beam somewhere here. And I get to figure this out. Sorry. But then if you really get into it, you can hit the laser beam. If I can figure out how it works again. Oh, yeah. See, then there's a laser beam on my flashlight. And then it doesn't only do that, it writes too. And then on this end, it has a, oh, I can't even shut it off. This tip of the pen it has a flashlight on the tip of the pen that lights up so you can write in the dark. And I had to spend another $75 on that. Did I really need all of that?
You did
No.
another flashlight. You know what I'm telling myself? I went to TJ Maxx the other day because I did need socks. I needed some new little ankle socks that don't no show for my shoes. And so I'm like, when you go in TJ Maxx, I'm mentally preparing myself on the bus on the way to the store. Do not buy anything you do not need. Do not, I keep repeating itself to myself over and over. Do not buy anything that you do not need. And so I go in and I find my socks and I got a pair of yoga pants and some shorts. Those are 3 things I was looking for because I've been running and I needed a couple more pair of yoga pants. I found a 2-pair deal. As soon as I got to the blasted register, you got to go through this area. All the Halloween stuff was already out. Halloween candles, Halloween. I said, oh, they got me. And I just got stuck right there looking at candles. Candles I actually did need because we had a 3-day power outage and I used up my candles. So, it was like, I was like, all right. And then I had 4 picked out and I said, just get one. Just get one candle. That is all you need. And so I was practicing self-control and not buying all this extra stuff. Because I do struggle with shopping addiction. I'm not in denial about it. It's part of that filling the void thing.
Well, exactly. The thing is are we just filling up a void inside of us by buying junk that we don't need? And then they brainwash us into buying that stuff. There's people out there to do product placement, color, things like that. So we go in there. I mean, how many times have you gone to the store and you only wanted one thing, maybe 2, and came out there with a whole bag full of stuff?
Suggestive selling. And I actually took a business marketing class, so I know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, and yet you still fall for it, right? Yes. I know, I do too. I fall for it all the time. I'm like, I need that. I really need that. Scotty Boy's telling me I need a microphone instead of a flashlight. Scotty Boy, you're wrong. I got 3 microphones. I still got one in a box up here that I haven't even opened yet. Because I was like, I need that other mic. Well, I got one sitting right over there, and then I needed this one. This one was much better. And then when I got this one, I had to get another one because you know what? What if this one breaks and I don't like that one? I got this one, and now I have 3 of them. I only use one at a time.
You only need one at a time. I've got one in the closet. As a matter of fact, I'm getting rid of things. I'm going through my closet. I just said, oh, this Remo microphone in here, I might as well just sell that or give it away. I'm really going to start because I want to travel and I'm trying to downsize. I've got a trash bag full of clothes I'm going to give away. I've got some Jordans and some Nike shoes that I don't even wear that I'm going to be probably giving to a homeless person because I don't know anybody that wears a size 7. So I'm actually cleaning out my closet, getting rid of lots of things that were given to me, clothes after the fire, and just paying it forward to people who need some clothes. And I'm really downsizing my life in every way. I've been going through my filing cabinet, shredding old bills, shredding old things of my daughter's papers, hospital bills, and things like that. And that's what we do on the full moon when we had 2 full supermoons this month. So we should be getting rid of things all the way to the dark moon and clearing things out, not just habits, not just if you're subscribed to way too many things. I actually downsize that, and I limit the amount of things that I not only think I need to buy, but that I need to know and need to watch. And do I need this info? That's what I keep asking. Do I need this information? Do I need to be connected to everyone all the time?
Well, that's right. That's exactly right. Here, Mark the Arc Spark says this show is for you, Robert. LOL. Well, anyway, the thing is he's right. It is for me. This is about problems I have, but it's also about problems every single other person has that don't want to admit that they have. I'm learning, and I want to pass my knowledge off to all of you, just like you are, because Heather, you're doing the right thing. Maybe you can inspire me by this. Get rid of some of this stuff. Anybody want a microphone?
I need a couple flashlights too. So does Desert Rose. I don't have a flashlight.
Well, and that's the thing, but that's the thing. I think I need it, and then I'm like, at the time I really need it. Oh man, but like I got this weather radio thing. You know what? I already have a couple other ones, and I really didn't need it. I mean, it's still in the box. I haven't even taken it out of the box, but I have it. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. You are so right. I need to get rid of stuff. But here's my problem. Okay? Maybe you can help me with this. I need to get rid of some things. Because you're right. I have, but I don't want to throw it away. And I don't want to just give it to somebody who ain't going to appreciate it. Like I was saying before in the beginning of the show, if you get something and you didn't work for it, or you just got it, you don't appreciate it as much as you do if you had to put some effort towards that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We take better care of things when we buy it, and that's just natural. I actually am collecting. I told D Ocean, because she's telling me where to go get Oracle cards, and I'm like, do not tell me where they have clearance Oracle cards. Please, for the love of God, please do not tell me this. I said, I am not buying any more Oracle cards.
There you go.
I'm trying to save money so I can get a place, like I said, do you know how much money I have put in to buying all of these decks of Oracle cards? And she said, good idea. Yeah, it's compulsive. I get on Amazon. I deleted the Amazon app off my phone.
So here's okay. So stop right there. Here's the thing. If you got a ton of Oracle cards, right? You got cards, you got tarot cards, Oracle cards, a whole bunch, right? You got piles of them, right?
There are.
What are you going to do with all those? You don't know, right?
I use them on YouTube mostly, but I use them for myself too. I come for a message.
Well, how many decks do you got?
Hold on a second. One. You sent me one, so you also contributed to the herbiary oracles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. And that's just 40 over here. There's a whole bunch more over on that shelf. So I don't Oracle cards.
I'll tell you what.
Over 50 or 60.
I'll tell you what. I will send you a flashlight if you send me a deck of cards.
All right. We can do that.
It's a deal.
We can do
because
it.
I have flashlights. I have so many flashlights. I have new flashlights in a box. Scotty is right. They know me on a personal name basis. They go, oh, it's that Robert guy. He needs a flashlight. Let's sell him the best one we got. Yeah, he'll buy that $300 flashlight we put out. And I did. You know, I mean, I love flashlights, but just like you buy oracle cards. But see, if you got rid of some of the oracle cards, maybe the thing is, see, but you probably wouldn't just throw a card deck away, would you?
No, I would.
That's right.
Some of them are over here collecting dust because
Yes.
I didn't after I got them, I didn't really work with them a lot. So I was like, these ones really aren't that cool after all. They looked really super cool on Amazon.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I found out that a lot of them on Temu, which is where D Ocean is getting hers for like $4, and I paid $22 for them on Amazon. And she sent me that link, and I said, "Oh my God, I already put 20 decks in my cart. Get off this app. Delete this app off of your phone right now." And I did. I said, "Exit, check out, clock out. Do not buy anything. Do not buy anything." And it's funny because we know how powerful we are. We know how magical we are. And yet we have little self-control. Like, your people probably think you're a flashlight addict. And you're going to they could buy the best new flashlights. And they know you're going to buy one every time they put it in the new section. Buy this new flashlight. And that's actually the fruit of the spirit number 9 from the Bible. Is self-control. And how much self-control do we really have if we can't even resist temptation? That's what the Bible says the devil will do. Resist temptation and it will flee. The devil. Resist the devil, the enemy, and it will flee.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Put it this way. I mean, to simplify it, people are always like, the devil made me do it. No, the devil didn't make you do it. You did it yourself. Wake up, people.
Blame someone.
The devil didn't push the button when it said buy now. It was me that pushed the button. I did all of this to me. And I am owning up to it right now, people. I did this to me. I have too many flashlights. I have too many things. I got a ton of books. So, when I order books, a lot of times I'll buy a book and I'll buy like 3 copies. When it says how many you want, I put like 2 or 3. And then sometimes I send a few out. And then sometimes I got extras here. I got double copies. Why? Because, what if somebody wants this book and I don't really want to give them my copy? I'll give them another copy and then I'll have a copy for myself. But now I got 2 of everything. I am a terrible person.
It won't let me leave a comment. I'm freaked out over here. It says that my comments aren't going through.
I don't know. I didn't I wonder why that is. Anybody else having problems? Anyway, Desert Rose says tempo sales stuff that slave children make the products. Yeah, probably, because people like us are willing to go out and buy a ton of tarot decks, and you just hit the button. Oh my God, this is a cool one. I want that one. Next thing you know, you're saying, I got 20 tarot decks in my cart. Why do I have that? I can't afford that. What could you do with all that extra money? That extra work that you got to work for them. All those other. I see your comment came through.
They did now. I refreshed the page.
Oh, okay, that's what it was.
I tried to do that 3 times. Mm-hmm. I was saying error, and I was like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
I think to me, I started buying some Oracle card decks, but they had 4-page readings, and it was taking way too long to do 4 pages. On YouTube, I already have 3 or 4 hour long videos. I don't need them to be 8 hours long. So I have quite a few decks that have cards that have a 3 or 4 page reading, and they're really good. Yeah. I love them, but they're really those ones are for me to do at home.
Mm-hmm. But see, we're all addicted to this stuff. And Scotty's boy's going on about more flashlights. Scotty boy, that ain't my only addiction. It really isn't. I got addicted to tractors. So I bought like 15 tractors. I'm addicted to cars. I have a shit ton of cars. I got a 78 Ford LTD. I got a 78 Ford LTD 2-door, 4-door, a two-door Sport, you know, the LTD2, and I got a 74 Galaxy. I got a 73 Gran Torino Sport.
You
I
want to
have
trade a you want to trade a
yeah,
car for 5 Oracle decks or a baby 10?
that's it.
Because
I got a
I don't.
Suburban, and I got a crew cab, 1-ton truck, and I got
I'll take
all these
the first
things.
one.
I didn't just go out and buy one four-wheeler. I went out and bought two, because
Oh my,
what if one breaks down, you know? And then the other one don't work, and then I want to go riding.
oh
You know
man.
what the problem is? Is I only go riding maybe a couple, 2-3 times a year. You see what the problem is?
I bought my tent last year and never went camping. Like I set it up in the backyard, you know, to let it air out and rainproofed it and everything. And then I haven't gone anywhere because I don't have a car probably. And I
What'd you get?
haven't found it.
A tent? What'd you
What?
get? What'd you get?
A tent.
A tent, yeah.
And I let it air out and got the waterproofer and the rainproofing and all that set up. And it did even rain, but I just haven't gone camping. Probably because I don't have a car and I haven't had anybody to camp with. So I'm like,
There you go. Come on out. We'll go camping. You know why? I'll tell you why. Everybody's gonna laugh at this one. A couple years ago, I wanted to go camping. So I went and bought a really good tent. It cost me $350. It was supposed to be a 4-season tent. I got it home. I went camping in it. It was pretty small. I didn't really like it. It was too small. So I went and bought another tent. And that one was much bigger. But it wasn't quite the 4-season tent I wanted. So then the last year, I went out and I bought a really nice tent, one of those Russian bear tents. It's like $1,500 I had to buy this tent for. It's supposed to be 4 seasons, and you can put a stove in it. So I went and bought the stove for it too. You know how many times I've been camping?
none.
None. I haven't been camping at all. It's still in the box, in the camper trailer I bought to go camping that I don't camp in.
So you're dying to go camping too.
I want to go camping, but you know how it's like, you want to go camping, but you're by yourself, and so you don't go. And then you think, and then Scotty says, I told you so. But see, look at, he's right. Well, Robert's sitting on 13 cars and 11 tents. You know, he's right. But see, I'm admitting right now that the whole world, I have a problem. And that's where it starts, people. This is where it starts. This is the whole point of the show. This is the magic. This is where it starts. You have to admit you have a problem, and then you have to figure out
Absolutely.
how to stop
Admit
that
it.
problem.
That's the first step in Alcoholics Anonymous or any recovery program. I'm Heather, and I admit I have a technology addiction. My name is Heather, and I admit I have a shopping addiction. My name is Heather, and I admit I'm powerless over other people, and my life is unmanageable. That's the keywords. Hi, I'm Heather. I'm an alcoholic, and I'm powerless over my addiction. And then you speak that and you say, all right, I'm powerless over whatever your addiction is. And it could be buying cars. It could be being on social media too much. It could be buying tents. It could be gambling. Whatever it is
You know what? That's the one thing I don't do. I don't gamble. Woo!
well, thank God for that, because then you'd lose all your money. You'd get your cars and stuff.
Yeah. Mark the Arc Spark says I should start a shopping fast. Yeah, I don't need to stop eating. I need to stop shopping. But but that's the thing. Think of all the extra money and extra time I would have if I didn't need to buy all these things. And then once you buy these things and have them, that you have to maintain them. And then, like you said, you bought all those Oracle decks, and you probably bought other things too. But the thing is, now they're sitting there, and you're saying they're collecting dust.
Yeah.
Well, what are you going to do with them?
Well, the medicine cards that are animal cards, D Ocean said hers got ruined. So what I did is I said, you know what? I'm going to package this little stuff up. She said hers got ruined. Mine are sitting here collecting dust. So I'm going to
Ship them out.
taking it forward. Ship it out. And
Yeah.
the thing is, when we do get rid of things, that's exactly what the full moon is about. We don't just keep getting and getting and getting and getting things. We are releasing. The full moon is about letting go and getting rid of things, people, places, habits. If we're shopping too much, if we're on YouTube, like I am not on YouTube at all during the day in anybody's chat rooms anymore,
Mm-hmm.
unless it is a spirit led by chance that spirit tells me to go check something for whatever reason. I'm really practicing self-control. I have come on just to share something on my community tab during the day, but I'm really like stepping away from all the things. I've been stepping away from the need to know to protect my ears and my eyes from all these programming that's going like I'm finding that we humans have a capacity to become addicted to need to know the truth. We need to find the answers. We need to, and if we just, this Sinead O'Connor song I just uploaded on Lady Free Flow's channel that I sang. She says, I saw all this time, I saw what you spread in front of me. And all this time, all I needed was inside me. And we can all say that. Everything we need is inside of us. And yet we're still searching. And that's one of the meditation cards of Van Prague is his name. And one of the meditation releases is I release the need to know all the answers. And when we truly let go, that is when spirit brings to us. We can sit here quietly and the answer we need comes in our own brain. Just like you knew I was going to be here. That was your intuition. You didn't need to go ask an oracle card reader. And how many people are searching for all the answers from everyone else, from people who don't even know them? When I look back now at how much time I spent in tarot card chat rooms, listening to people who don't even know me, they know nothing about me, and thinking that they were giving me all the answers when usually I know what I need to do. It's just my ego gets in the way and I don't want to listen. And I'll say, oh, this is what I need to do. And I need to be on Facebook and find all the answers. And I need all the answers from all these quotes. And I need all the answers from here. Like I was paying the YouTube premium. So I did not have to have the ads. I did during the last election is when I started paying for it because I did not want all of that information coming in. Right now, I'm actually protecting myself in more ways because I really don't watch YouTube that much anymore. I actually left the YouTube partnership program on July 31st. I canceled all my memberships a few days before that. I just hadn't hit the button to leave the program yet. Now I'm no longer a part of the YouTube partnership program. I am no longer monetized. I do not have to meet their 4,000 watch hour criteria. I am breaking free. And that was the day before the full moon. And when I left the YouTube partnership program, I went to see a concert with my family on my grandma's birthday. And I was the only one not drinking at the thing because I'm a recovering alcoholic, actually. And I had this impulse to enter this raffle, which I never play the lottery and stuff like that. But I put $10 in. I drew a jack of spades. They ripped it in half. I didn't win the first drawing. They made an announcement that they were doing another $270 drawing. And someone said, go enter that drawing one more time. I grabbed an ace of spades, ripped it in half, threw it in the thing, told my dad, if they call this, let me know. I have to go get in line over here. and they drew my card. So I won $250 on the super full moon, August 1st. And that's how I was able to go get my socks and my yoga pants and go spend money on myself. And I said, resist the need to be buying any oracle cards. You have put way too much money into the YouTube channel to use those cards. I pay for my Adobe Photoshop to make all of my thumbnails. And I exited the program, right? The YouTube partnership program. And then I got rewarded the next day. You see how the universe works?
It does. It's amazing. You know, like I said, though, I'm realizing how much money I'm spending and time and effort I'm spending on getting those things I want. And then I get them. And here, I'll give you a little example. And this is Bob's addiction. I love flashlights. So now I showed you all those flashlights. These are the ones I haven't even opened the box on.
Oh my!
Here's one. Oh, here's another one. Here's a headlight. It's got dust on it. Here's another one. It's still in the box. Never been opened. Little key light open. Here's another one. Here's another one. Here's another one. Ooh, this is a big one. I already got a couple of these. You know, and it's like, okay, those are the ones I haven't even opened yet.
Yeah. Oh my!
Is there something wrong with me? You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, did I need those? Not really. Did I want those? Yes. Would it make my life better? Well, you know, if I had this one and it was an emergency, this one here would be good in a small space in a camping bag. You know, this one here would be great. This one here is a right-angled flashlight. Yeah, you know, I need it. You know, whatever. Well, what do you need a right-angle flashlight for?
You are going to have to write notes on do little post-it notes that say, you don't need any more flashlights. Put it on your mirror in your bathroom. And I've been doing emotional freedom technique tapping every morning and every night. This is one reason, like, I'm on this routine. I do my breath work every morning, every night, and I subscribe to the Tapping Solution app for a whole year. Like, I paid the yearly thing instead of doing it by month to save money. And you're literally like, you tap on your eyebrows, and you release thoughts. You first honor thoughts. Like, I know that sometimes I have a hard time with this. I know that my thoughts go all over the place. I got to see if there's one for shopping. But we do the karate chop, and then we do these are our meridian lines. So you do your eyebrows, and then your temples, and then under your eye, under your nose, under your mouth, on your collarbone, under your arms, and then you end up back on your head. And you're literally reprogramming your mind with healthier thoughts. Today's I did, which is a wellness challenge, and it was about mindful eating. How many people are even actually with their food when they eat, without their phone in their hand, trying to see what's going on YouTube, what's going on all over the world? How many times do you hear somebody say they're here while they're eating dinner? They're not even present with their food. Yeah. Are they even tasting their food?
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I mean, I remember how many times I ate something and I go, I gotta have to eat it again because I didn't pay attention.
We're not even present in our world. We are not present with, like, if we're all sitting in a room together and we've all got our phones, half of us aren't hearing what everyone else is saying because our attention is divided. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And so when my nephew's around, I actually don't take very many photos or videos. I've gotten in the habit of leaving my phone in the other room so I can be fully present with him because he's around.
Yeah, you know, I've noticed that. Like, here's another one of my my things. Oh, you know, I'm going to be this YouTube star guy and I'm going to video everything. And then I got, well, you know, you got to have stuff. So, you know, I got a GoPro, but that seemed pretty good. So I bought another GoPro, and then I got another GoPro just because, you know, you might have to have an angle over here and over there. And then I got a phone, and then I got the big camera, wherever that is right now. But anyway, and then, you know, I got freaking, and then, well, then you got to buy the little stick-on things that go on your car.
You need to get on Facebook Marketplace and sell everything but one.
You know,
You'd have enough money to get a place or buy a house if you sold all the extras of the stuff you have.
I know that's
told me I needed a GoPro, and I actually deleted the Prism app off of my phone, my thing that I used to stream from. When I leave the house, that phone on my phone that I actually leave the house with, because I'm in the habit of keeping my laptop shut down.
Yeah.
Close it and keep this spare phone that I'm on that has YouTube on it. It is usually off and put away until I need. If I get on, I do what I need to do and I get the heck off of there, because I don't want to fall into chat rooms and lose 6 hours of my freaking day while I'm typing away in chat rooms and stuff. And I got to a point where I will not go on YouTube during sunup to sundown hours. When the sun goes down, we'll be grooving. And so it's just a self-discipline I'm practicing, that I don't have to do that anymore. Yeah, you're collecting a lot of things, Robert. We're gonna have to start working on this.
Mark the Spark. He's got the answer. Get a girlfriend, Robert. She will make it all disappear. I'm open to that. You know, we'll have to learn. We'll have to figure that one out. But anyway, and Pa Joe says GoPro customer. That's for true, because you know, when you get the GoPro, then you got to get all these little attachments that go with it. You got to get the little cases and the selfie sticks and then your videotape. And sure, sometimes it comes in pretty handy, but you know, then it's like I usually lately I've been videoing everything with my phone, you know, and I got 3 of those. And then it's like, well, you know, see, so the thing is I'm an obsessive compulsive. What the frick is wrong with me?
It's good.
I have been brainwashed to the max.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking I'm an extreme case. It's like computers, you know, like I got this computer right now, but then I got one. Oh, where is it? It's up here. I got an older one up here, and then I got another one just like I got here over here, and then I got one in my bag. Oh, and then I got another one down here that I don't use. It's like, why did I have all these computers? And then, well, this one's not running quite as fast. I'll get another one. It'll run faster and better.
Mine's running really slow.
What's wrong with me?
And I have felt the compulsion to get a new one. I've actually looked at new ones. And then I'm just like, you know what? I'm not doing it right now. Like, after I'm done on this right now, I've got it open so I can see the chat right now. That's it. It's not playing. I can't see you on there. I can see you on my little iPhone 12 mini. When I upgraded, I'm actually gonna resist the urge to, like, I've got the iPhone 13 right now, and I'm really to the point where I'm shutting the devices off. I have a television, but I use it to do yoga or something like that, or I can even let Pandora play on there. But I don't watch TV. I broke that a long time ago, and I'm breaking this. I come out to connect with other people every once in a while, because you don't see me in your chat room every time you go live at all. Lots of people do not see me for a long time. I dip out, and I snuck out the back, Jack. This is like a new 50 Ways to Leave YouTube parody, not 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover. But you just sneak out the back, Jack, and you make a new plan, Stan. You don't need to be coy, Roy. Just and hop off the rat wheel of constantly on being on YouTube. And it's just like we have that power to resist the urge to have to be there all the time. Because part of this is we got to be able to do it to set the example. Going back to what I said with D Ocean is how the children are doing I was talking about attention seeking behaviors from child neglect, child abuse. Think of how many of the kids were forced into homes where they were being abused or neglected during COVID, where they had no access to counselors, no access to things like that. And just think of the behavioral disorders. I actually walked in, my parents were watching the news, and I overheard the principal of the school saying the kids came back after COVID with more behavioral problems than we have ever seen before. It's out of this world. Just think of all the kids 10 years from now. Say they were young, 5 years old, 6 years old, developmental disorders and developmental problems and developmental trauma from being forced in homes where their parents are too busy for them because they're on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram all day and all night, socializing with all their friends, neglecting their children.
Yeah. You're
Imagine.
right.
And that I hate. What's going to happen.
Here's the thing is when those kids grow up and they're so used to it, and it's the pattern, my parents, your parents, they learned from their parents and they passed all these things on to us and said, this is the way it is. When you get old enough, you go get a job, you go to the bank, you get a loan, you get a car, you go buy a house, you get married, have some kids, yada, 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 right? Because that's what we did. But is that the way it really has to be? Now that I'm older and I can think out of the box, then I wish somebody would have, could have slapped it in my head, slapped me upside the head, shook me a few times and said, listen, this isn't, in some way I did kind of fall out of that because my parents were like, yeah, you need to get a job. You need to do this. You need to get married, have some kids, pay taxes, and then, retire when you get older. And I was on that path. And one day I woke up and I said, I don't want to do that. And I did something different. And it changed my life forever because, I would have been working at that same job right now, 30 years later saying, I'm going to have a great retirement. But my hands are all crippled and my knees are all crippled and I've been to the doctor 52 times and and maybe I should retire early at 62. I mean, really, I don't want to do that. I didn't want to do that. I'm like, I don't want to wait. I don't want to work 5 years to get a 2-week vacation. That I want to be on vacation now while I'm young. I want to experience the world. I want to go places. I want to do things with my life. Not go to work every day and work 10-hour days a week. And then when, Saturday comes along, they say, you better work Saturday. Yeah, I'll work Saturday too. And then work 6 days a week. Is that what I want in life? No.
And not if you blow all your 401k on flashlights.
That's right. But see, that's the thing. And I did that. Well, I didn't buy flashlights at the time, but I would work. What I did was I'd work. And then when I got done with work, I was so miserable at work that I said, well, I got a day off. I'm going to go buy me something because I deserve it.
Yeah.
And I did. And that made me feel pretty good.
And this is one thing that you always say, go do something nice for someone. Go do something nice for yourself, Robert.
Yes, I do say that too.
Go buy more flashlights. Go on a vacation. Go camping. Here's what I realized. I wanted to help everybody so much. I had messages from Spirit. I read a bunch of books. I'm a book hoarder and collector. So on not just oracle cards, but I was searching for all this spiritual wisdom and knowledge, and I love it. Like you love history. So you love the history books and things, but really when we're diving into all of that, we're not even here in this moment.
Yeah.
Like I was literally, I really evaluated before I left the YouTube partnership program how many hours a week. I used to go live on YouTube 2 or 3 times a day. Ask That Way, he was one of my first subscribers. I went live. I realized how much I was giving and giving and giving and giving and giving, and I wasn't giving to myself. I was trying to help everyone else, be there for everyone else, get the information out, save the world, wake people up, be there for everyone but myself. And slowly, you can Ask That Way. My subscriber Hot Chicks, that's been there since 2019, said yes on my video the other day, said you go enjoy yourself, because I got a message from the divine that I gave enough. I did enough. I helped everyone enough. I was working a 40-hour job and making $100 from YouTube every 3 months, because they only pay you every $100. So even with my memberships, because YouTube I do all the work and YouTube gets half the money for providing the platform. Now I've just got my Buy Me a Coffee and Cash App, and if people want to donate, they can. I am no longer working full time for YouTube or anyone. I'm on disability, and I'm not putting in 40 hours a week for nothing. Like, I am living my life off camera. If you can't tell, I've been outside a lot.
Yeah, you look like you got a little bit of a tan.
Been outside, off YouTube, off camera. I leave my phone upstairs while I'm working in the yard and stuff, and nobody needs to be able to get a hold of me all the time. I keep saying, every time I hear you say, go do something nice for someone, I say, I'm going to do something nice for myself. I left myself out all these years.
Well, and you're right. You know, it's just like loving yourself, like we were talking about earlier. You can't love anybody else if you don't love yourself. You need to put yourself first sometimes, so that you can put others first too. You know, so you don't, you know, and sometimes you treat yourself too much. But see, here's the thing is, I'm thinking, well, maybe there's something missing in my life. That's why I'm trying to fill the void up with other things. I don't know. And like, you know, you're talking about the YouTube channel and stuff. My YouTube channel, I've come to say, is an expression of myself. My YouTube channel is for me. It's my journey, and I'm sharing it with everybody else. I'm not here to make money. I'm not here to entertain people. I do things that enlighten my life, and on the way, I share it with other people. And the thing is when I do things for YouTube, you know, like the show and stuff, it's about showing you my faults or my learning and my knowledge. Like, I love history, so I want to share my history with everybody else, because and it inspires me to read more or go out and do these things, like go to a museum or go to the Indian thing or go to the rendezvous, because I might not otherwise go. I would tell myself, well, do I really need to go? No. But you know what? I'm going to go because I really want to go, even if I got to go by myself. But then I'm going to share it with everybody else, and then that makes me have a little desire to go and enthusiasm. And I'm putting myself out there a little more just because. Like reading these books. Yeah, I could read a book, and after a while it gets boring, or maybe I didn't read enough, or maybe I don't have that. Well, now I have to read that book because I want to read that book. But now I know I'm going to have a show on that book, and that's my goal. You know what I'm saying? And That part I really enjoy. But then here, like tonight, I'm reading this book and I'm realizing that this book here is telling me that I should have everything I should want, desire, and I should manifest it. And, I should have more money and a bigger house, and I should have all those things that I want. But all those things come at a cost. And then what I'm saying after I'm reading this, I'm like, but do I really want those things, or do I just desire those things?
And is it the biggest question I think to ask now is it filling a void?
What void am I filling? That I don't know. I wish somebody could help me with that, because I keep asking, what void am I filling? I work all day and I come home. Maybe I'm filling the void because I feel I deserve it. That's why I always keep saying, well, I deserve that new flashlight, even though I got 50 of them, because I worked hard.
Well, yeah, and it's like, it just comes, I don't know. And what book are you reading, by the way?
This here is Ask and It Is Given.
All right. So it reminded me exactly what you're saying is the book I read called The Secret.
Yeah.
It's about the law of attraction.
It's kind of the same thing. It says here, ask and it is given, learning to manifest your desires. Well, you know what? Okay, I can manifest my desires, but if I have too many desires, I'm never going to have the one that I really want either. Am I wrong?
And we'll always be chasing it. First of all, when we think like that, that's a lack mentality. We are never going to be happy if we always feel like we need things or we need another person. That's a common thing today, is codependency, and it's really big on the internet. People are lonely, especially during COVID, and it's become humongous trauma bonding. And so then it's like people can't go without that connection, and they need someone else to fill that void because they can't even sit there with themselves. Like they can't even sit there. People tell me, I've heard people say they don't have time for this. And then I watch them sit in chat rooms. They could be in a chat room. I could go in any random chat room right now and find the same people there year after year. I could go probably 3 years from now and find the same people doing the same things in the same chat rooms. And it makes me wonder how many years this has been going on.
Well, yeah. I mean,
before I jumped off the wheel, actually, I tuck, jump, and roll. Jump, tuck, and roll. Is that how you go? If you were to jump off of like a moving train or something, you would be like, jump, tuck, and roll. I jumped off the YouTube race.
And
I feel like I got my life back. I'm living in the moment. I'm creating in my world. I'm doing the things I love. I go for I started out going for a 3 to 5 mile walk. In the past 2 days, it's been 6 to 8. I walk my dog 1 mile, and then I go out to my park. I've been collecting some wildflowers and letting them dry so that when I get my own piece of property, I can have all of my own coneflowers and echinacea and all the healing medicinal things. And I'm spending my time studying those things, not history. I'm studying the things that are going to help me in my future, not anything from the past. I'm not worried about what the elites are doing. I'm beginning to see that all of this is a big distraction.
It is.
And if we can release the need to know, and the funny thing is, we can say we could say this on every full moon. I release the need to know all the answers. I release the need to know all the answers. And then I go over here and ask my pendulum, hey, what's this going on? That's not releasing the need to know. It's almost like spirit will bring to us what we need to know when we need to know it. If we let go, the trick is letting go. And they did write a song about that. If you cling too tightly, you're gonna lose control. So we just gotta hold on loosely, and we gotta let go of this ego monkey mind that thinks we need to know everything, that thinks we need to have all this stuff. We don't. The less we have and the less we know, the better. Because a lot of this COVID stuff, TV stuff, it's been programming our minds. They're called TV programs. These are called programs for a reason.
Oh yeah, yeah, they are, and we get programmed into the programs, and
Got it.
that's the whole thing. The outside world. We came into this world basically believing that we had everything we needed, and after about 20 years, we realized we had nothing we needed. How did that happen? You see what I mean? And now we got to work really hard to have everything we need.
And we got to unlearn everything we thought we needed to learn. And that's a really, really tricky one, because you wouldn't believe, Spirit guided me to what I was doing. I didn't know at the time was channeling. And all the books I had already read, I read them live on YouTube. Forever, because I thought these books have changed my life. Learning the Toltec 4 agreements and things, and now I'm done. It's already there on my channel, and people won't go back and listen to it because they want my live chats. They will not go back and listen to timeless teachings that have no expiration date. It's a book, and they're not going to go buy the book. But they have said it themselves, and they want my live chats. I know for a fact they don't go back and listen to all the stuff I taught. So you know what? I actually went live to finish the last book I ever read on YouTube, The Body Keeps the Score. And I turned the chat off. And I said, we're gonna work on listening today, my friends. We're gonna see who sticks around when they can't chat. And this was the last book I read on YouTube. Because the more my channel grows, the more the chat grows. And if you went and listened to The Mastery of Love and the 4 Agreements that I recorded 4 years ago when I was on YouTube, I got to read that book in record amount of time out loud, because there was no one in the chat, because I had no subscribers. There were no interruptions. There was no interference. And like I just told Deborah, she's working on her telepathy. And I'm working on my intuition and listening to spirit. So that means I have to turn out all these humans. And there's a whole lot of talking going on. There's major imbalances with the throat chakra all over the world. And I spend so much time in silence in my world by myself, or listening to music sometimes, that when I come out from under a rock, out from my meditation spots, it seems like I'm talking a lot, but it's because I don't talk. My mom and dad, I do live with my parents, but they are usually watching TV downstairs, and I'm either reading a book, listening to music. I've been out in nature a whole lot. And I talk to myself a lot, but there's really nobody else listening while I'm talking. Just my angels and my spirit guides. But it's like I hold a lot inside, and all of this stuff is coming to me when I'm alone all the time. That I do. It does feel like we're diarrhea of the mouth when I do come out. Because I've sat in so much solitude and silence, that the more I protect my energy, the more spirit's bringing to me, and I can tune into everything that is being delivered.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I get it. Totally get what you're saying. And see, that's the important part. See, this is what I was talking about, I was going to talk about, I guess it was on my agenda, on my list, was that everybody has a different perspective of how to do these things. Now, I have a problem. You have a problem. You tell me a little bit. Maybe I can pick up a little bit on some of this that will help me out. You know what I'm saying? And maybe somebody else in the chat room has, like Desert Road says, praying to God to God, and meditation is listening to God, or here. Praying is talking to God, and meditation is listening to God. My grandma said, and your grandma was pretty wise. There
Yeah.
you go.
Well,
Yeah.
that's a very good quote.
And the thing is everybody has a different perspective. And my perspective of the world is different than your perspective of the world. But that doesn't mean your perspective is wrong. Neither is mine. Everybody's is right. It's just that it's just a little bit different. And, but I need to improve mine, I think, because I know that I'm flawed. I got 50 flashlights. I'm flawed. I'm definitely flashlight flawed. Plus other things. I don't need all that stuff. But I keep buying it. Why? I don't know. And I can't stop. And I don't want to get rid of it because, why should I throw away this flashlight? It works. I don't want to throw it away. But who am I going to give it to? I don't know anybody here. It's like, hello? Hey, anybody here? No, nobody's here. I barely know anybody around here. So what do I do with it? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't want to, I'm kind of in a pickle, and then I keep buying more. Problems. I guess this is the worst of my problems, but I do imagine that other people have these problems too, just like you with tarot decks. I have flashlights, you have tarot decks. Yeah. But you know what? Maybe we can all get our perspectives together, and I'll send you some flashlights, and you send me some tarot decks. And life will be good. Maybe somebody else out there needs a microphone. Or maybe somebody needs some books.
I just said I did a microphone on my thing earlier in the live chat because I'm using this Smule app and to sing the music,
Mm-hmm.
And it's I don't know. But then I thought, I really don't want to get too far into all this because I'm trying to back away from all this. And if I get a microphone, then I'll be recording music. And then I'll have all this time I'm uploading videos again and making thumbnails and blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, I'm trying to cut the cord. And I like how you said that perspective because I think whatever each one of us is watching, reading, studying, that is our truth. We believe that. And then I'm at this point now, when I first did ayahuasca, everywhere I looked was a sign. And I had to learn how to discern whether it was a sign or a warning, whether it's a synchronicity to walk this way or it's a warning to beware. And we have to be able to learn that. And we do not have to take pictures of it. And we do not have to show it to everybody. That's the biggest thing I see. I resist the need to take a picture of every freaking synchronicity and things now and save pictures and posts. And my God, I have deleted so many quotes off of my phone. I'm talking thousands. Because I save them and then I think I need to share it to somebody else. But I'm realizing how many of these messages are there for me. That doesn't mean I have to take a screenshot and save it and share it on Instagram. I've actually backed away from all of this social media. Yes, it is Desert Rose. Yep. But our spirit guides know how to speak to us. Yours will speak to you with different dates, different signs, and different synchronicities that are not for everyone else. We do not have to send them to everyone on Facebook Messenger, on our text messages, on Instagram. We do not have to, do we realize how much we're taking away from what Spirit is trying to give to us when we are constantly thinking we have to share this, we have to go here, we have to take a picture, we have to take a video, and then we have to stop and upload it to YouTube right now? We are not even in the moment when we're doing that. I have truly backed away. Like, I've got messages that have fallen out of the decks when I am moving things around. They're for me. There for me. If I go over here and I say, what's a message for the collective that I can share on YouTube, then I can do one card. But I was realizing I was taking so much time after I did a 4-hour reading, taking a picture of something, then sharing it on Instagram, sharing it on Facebook, going back and editing it, doing everything for everyone else was taking me away from my life. Being from everyone else was costing me my time.
That's what I'm saying is, and I said I was talking about maintenance. Everything you get takes maintenance. And sure, you got a YouTube channel, but it takes maintenance to maintain that YouTube channel, even if it's your time. Sometimes it's if you got a house, it's money to repair it. If it's a car, it takes money to keep it going and pay the insurance and the payments or the upkeep and the new batteries and the tires and all of these things. It takes your effort and it takes maintenance. And what is maintenance? It's your time, one way or another. If it takes money, you got to work to get the money to maintain it. You see what I'm saying? It's a cyclical cycle. And I think somebody higher up than us has invented this cycle so that we are addicted to this money so we can have these things. And then what's the thing we don't do? You were just talking about it. What's the thing we don't do?
Live.
Yeah, we don't live. We gotta have. We don't live. We don't sit in silence. We don't meditate. We don't find the answers inside ourselves. Well, because we just don't do things that would suit us. We're doing stuff for everybody else and maintaining all these things now instead of doing living. You're right. It's living. I'm not living. I'm maintaining. That's my whole life now. I work to maintain this stupid freaking flashlight with batteries that are dead now. It's dead.
Do you know? I did a yoga session with our Echo Yoga, and she's a trauma survivor. And then I felt compelled on my last full moon reading to read the reverse dissociation card. And this is a good thing to talk about while we're all touching our devices and touching our computers and buying all this stuff. She said in this yoga for dissociation video, we are disconnected from ourselves, being connected to everyone else. And she said, rub your hands together and put them over your eyes and connect back to yourself. Where are you? I am here in my body. I am safe here in my body. I am comfortable here in my body. We are disconnected from our own self, from our own feelings. And why is that? Is this a lack of self-love? Is this we are afraid to sit here with ourselves and lay there and do our breath work? And she said, rub your hands together and get your chi going, your energy, whatever, and put it back on your heart. Like many trauma survivors are, they dissociate during abuse. They literally, their spirit leaves their body. They disconnect. It's called dissociative identity disorder, multiple personality disorder. You can even shapeshift into someone else. That's the ego in severe levels of abuse, protecting self. How many people are not even abused, but can't even sit with themselves and put their own hands on themselves? Not your computer, not your phones, not talking to everyone else. Hugging yourself, holding yourself, loving yourself, giving yourself that energy. Not doing something nice for everyone else, doing it for yourself.
Yep, that's true. I mean, give yourself a hug. And I like that idea. I mean, I do that already. Every morning, I always tell myself, love the body, give myself a big hug like that. Every day I do that. I really do.
Good.
It keeps me going. It gets me up in the morning, and that's my little ritual. Things that makes my day go better. At least it starts it out all right.
Yeah, and say those affirmations into the mirror to yourself. I had to literally post them all over my grandma's house. Little post-its with neon pink post-its and write, I am enough. These are part of the tapping things. I have everything I need. I wrote that down. I have everything I need. I am already blessed. So those
Yes.
are things. He's got a shopping addiction too. And so these are positive reminders to self that, like, we could even start hoarding and prepping like it's the end of the world. And then we start buying all these, even like your radio, your fancy radio that will survive the apocalypse if you need it to. You know, it's like we don't have to overspend and overindulge in all that extra stuff, because I've seen a lot of preppers saying they're getting ready for the apocalypse. I've seen them all over YouTube, and it's preppers gone wild, and they're waiting for the big earthquake in California and all this stuff to go on. And it's like they're not even living; they're living in fear. They're living in a place of lack. They're not like, honestly, if something happened right now, I have done enough research with things foraging that I could go outside and find stuff to eat. I could probably go find some mushrooms. See, if we studied all of that stuff, that knowledge is priceless.
It
If
is.
we know what mushrooms are safe to eat, if we know where we can find an apple, if the apocalypse comes and the grocery stores are shut down and all of that, do we know where to go find these things? Do we know what succulents would provide hydration even in the desert of Las Vegas in Nevada? If you're in Arizona and you're wandering around the desert on a horse with no name, would you be able to find a succulent and say, I could get hydration from that succulent? Or are people so dependent on these devices and grocery stores that they wouldn't know how to forage?
They would. They would.
Yeah, they wouldn't.
They would starve. They would starve to death before they could go out in the countryside and learn how to eat something, because most people would have no clue that you could eat a dandelion. They'd be like, that's a weed.
My mom, all the weeds, I get it.
But you know what I'm saying? They'd be like, I can't eat that. But that it is an important thing, I mean, I sent you a book on herbs and stuff and plants, and I got 3, 4, 5 of them, 6 of them, maybe more. But that's it. That's the one thing that you can always take with you is knowledge.
Yeah.
No matter where you go, you can bring your knowledge with. You don't need a bag for it.
Those are 2 gifts of the Holy Spirit in the book of First Corinthians, chapter 12, when it says the gifts of the Holy Spirit, wisdom and knowledge are both there. Those are things stored in our brain that and even it would come as an epiphany and a revelation and an aha when you're out and about in that moment of desperation. Jesus was a fisherman, so they say. He caught a fish when he needed it. He didn't run down to Walmart and stock up his deep freezer with fish. He got one. He knew that his father was going to provide him with a fish when he needed it. That is faith. He didn't say, I'm going to need 100 flashlights. He was probably pretty good at seeing in the dark, or they didn't even have flashlights back then, I'm sure.
No. But that's the thing is instead of buying 1 or maybe 2 flashlights, I bought 50, and now I can't maintain all of them with batteries. I got to work really hard to get batteries to maintain them all, make them work.
Yeah.
And so I got to go to work and keep the flashlights I got going, because I might need one someday. Well, wait a minute. If you only had like 2 or 3, maybe, then you'd only have to maintain 2 or 3. You wouldn't need that many batteries. You wouldn't need that many chargers. You just have 1 or 2 and then buy another one when those go bad. But no, I got to have a whole bunch. Yeah. But anyway, we got to wrap this up. We're getting almost 2 hours here.
All right.
But I appreciate you coming on. Love the new do. It's great. I'm glad that you're inspiring me a little bit of this to take a break. Maybe I don't know if I need a break, but I need to break from other things, is I really love
this song. I want to break.
I love to share my experiences with everybody, but then again, I want to I need to break from other things that I'm doing in my life, like the 50 flashlights, you know, the 3 microphones, the 3 the phones, and the you know, the umpteen radios, and the, oh God, you know, 15 tractors, and you know, 10 cars, and yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that's just the beginning.
Yeah.
You know, and it's, you're laughing, but it is funny, but not so much. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know, but anyway, I'm working on it. I really am working on it.
Shopping is an addiction. I think many people have, and it's it's really just resisting that urge. It's a compulsive spending and buying is what it is. And I actually teach a lot about 12-step recovery because I have it programmed in my mind. But this has been so wonderful, and it wasn't by accident at all because you knew I was coming.
I knew you were coming. I just didn't know when. But you're here. That's great. And I want to thank everybody. Steve Bowe is in the house, and he turned in late. You missed a good one. Go back and watch the first crazy half hour, 45 minutes that I freaking ranted like a crazy man, so much that Heather had to come on and calm me down.
I literally went and did your progressed chart to see where you are on your astro chart. I'll probably send it to you on Instagram, but I was trying to see if you have anything in Leo right now because you're on fire.
Yeah, I am.
Only your Pluto's in Leo.
Oh, tomorrow's going to be a great day, people. I don't know if I'm going to have a show because tomorrow is Ribfest in town, and I'm going to go to town. Blackhawk is playing. There's a car show. I'm going to get lots of interviews, and I'll be bringing that to you. Who knows? Maybe Saturday. But anyway, I'm going to take all 4 of my GoPros, my big camera, and my cell phone, and maybe I'll make up at least one video.
With all those cameras, I'd hope you'd at least do one. My goodness.
I know. That's kind of funny. Oh my gosh. Anyway, thank you everybody for coming. It's been a great night. Remember, go out, be the frequency you want to receive. Share it with everybody. Do something nice for yourself. Remember, nice for yourself and be the frequency you want to receive. Love y'all. Thank you, Heather, for joining me.
Thank you.
See you all probably tomorrow night for a spin on things, and Saturday night for sure. Who knows what I'm doing? Maybe I'll be showing you from my garbage can when I throw some stuff out. Who knows? I don't know. Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye.